So Jojo starts out by asking, can you defend multiple attackers when you're on the ground? Well, if you're good, or alternately, if you're really strong, yes, you can definitely roll with multiple attackers. I've done it. It's about 4 times harder to roll with 2 guys than it is to roll with 1 guy. But it can be done. That's talking about rolling in a context of jiu-jitsu, in a context of not striking. If it goes to the ground, then if the guys are skilled grapplers, you're screwed. Because like I said, it's 4 times harder. If you're here and they're just a little bit worse than you, but there are 2 of them, basically you're going to lose because you won't be able to dominate the position. If you're very skilled and they're not at all skilled, then so long as you take somebody out really quickly, you may take a few shots. Now, if I was in that situation, I would try to get somebody's back and I would try to use the rear naked choke and put them unconscious. That way we can also use that other guy a little bit as a shield. You can keep that other guy between yourself and the other attacker. Also, when you're here and your head is tucked, your most vulnerable parts aren't that exposed, right? I mean, the really, really big targets for bad knockouts are the chin, the temples, the back of the neck. If that gets stomped, that's really, really bad. The groin's a bad target. Getting hit in the body and that can wind you. But if you've got somebody on top of you, and you're using them as a shield and you're putting them unconscious, it doesn't take very long. 5 to 10 seconds. That might be enough time. Now, I'm not in any way, shape, or form advocating if you have multiple attackers, take it to the ground. But if you're good at doing things like the rear naked choke on the ground, then something like an arm drag to a standing rear naked choke is a really good option. Because it can, again, that's even more pronounced. You can use the other guy as a shield to keep him between you and the other guy. If you're talking multiple attackers with weapons, I'm sure somebody's going to ask about that. Well, you better get a weapon as well. And in the context of talking about weapons defense, 1 person versus multiple attackers, it has been done. It can be done. Once again, your skill with weapons better be up here. If all the guys are almost as good as you, you're going to get rushed. What I would suggest doing, if you're interested in that topic, is doing a bit of sparring. Trying 1-on-2 sparring. 1 person, you're here, and you got 2 guys who you're boxing against, kickboxing against. It's exhausting. It's exhausting because you're always moving. You're always trying to, if there's 1 guy here and 1 guy here, you're trying to circle around, so you're only fighting 1 guy, and the other guy's using the shield. As a result, you're constantly moving, and now you're so adrenalized that it can be very, very exhausting. Grappling with 2 people, again, a really good exercise, but my suggestion there, it's so easy to get caught in a position where you can't tap because 1 guy's twisting your arm, the other guy's tied up your mouth so you can't verbally submit, your legs can't move. It's really important to have somebody watching that. To do 1-on-2 grappling without somebody supervising, making sure that the 1 guy isn't getting completely destroyed, is a really good idea. Another really good weapon for a multiple scenario attacker is the heel hook. Because with a heel hook, you can get in, do the damage very, very quickly, and then get out. And the guy's crippled. He can't run after you. They say that in the old days, they developed Sambo. Sambo is a Russian system similar to judo with a lot more leg locks. And the shtick, because I don't think it's the truth, the shtick is that the reason the Russians developed Sambo is because this way on the battlefield, if you kill somebody, then you lose 1 opponent. If you break somebody's arm, you lose 1 opponent. If you break somebody's leg, you lose 3 opponents. Because it takes 2 guys to carry that 1 wounded guy off the battlefield. That being said, I'm pretty sure the Russians facing the Germans in World War II didn't throw away their rifles and go in for the rolling knee bar or the flying heel hook or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that it stayed mostly combative. But it's a useful thing. If you really had to put somebody out of commission, the only thing that's really faster than a choke is a heel hook. And we're just talking a full power heel hook. Don't wait for the tap, rip, and then clear distance and then deal with your remaining attacker.